Danny Elfman's music is iconic. When you hear his work, it's immediately recognizable and transports you into another world, like this.
What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming.
Everybody is smiling in the studio right now with that music. Danny is composing now at a whole new level with the new violin concerto, 1111, which will be performed by the Royal Scottish National Orchestra tomorrow night. And Danny joins us right now. What a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
You are the sounds of everybody's childhood, adulthood. And now you're doing this concerto, 1111.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Why is it called 1111?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a crazy story. As I was finally finishing it after many, many months' work, I was working with the violinist, Sandy Cameron, and she said, I wonder how long it's gotten, because it kept getting longer and longer. Originally, it was supposed to be 30 minutes, then it was like 35, and I said, I think it's over 40 minutes. So let's count the bars. And she said it would be amazing if it was 1100 and something, because my name, Elfman, Elf means 11. And I've always been a little bit obsessed with that number. And there was 1111 measures. Pure chance. I didn't plan it that way.
1111 is good luck, too.
I said, you know what, I don't know what that means, but this is 1111.
Yeah, it's a sign, definitely. And so this is going to be performed tomorrow night. What can guests expect? So are you going to throw in a little bit of This Is Halloween in between symphonies?
No, not in this show. This is like the Royal Scottish National Orchestra is doing like a concert, and you know, my music, and there'll be Prokofiev afterwards. But so I won't be singing, but this is like a big, wild, ambitious project of mine, wanting to start getting this concert music. This is the first of what I hope in the next 5 years will be half a dozen pieces.
Oh, wow, that'd be amazing. And so let's talk about A Nightmare Before Christmas. Speaking of This Is Halloween. So you do this incredible thing at Hollywood Bowl every year. Tell everybody about it. If you haven't been, you have to go. It's around Halloween time.
Yeah, it's usually Halloween weekend. And, you know, it's just something, around 7 years ago, I started doing this show called Elfman Burton, and we traveled it all over the world. And
Speaking of Tim Burton.
Tim Burton, and it was 15 suites of music from 15 different Tim Burton movies. And I'd always come out and do a suite from Nightmare Before Christmas at the end and sing 4 or 5 songs. And then they came up with the idea, well, let's try just doing Nightmare live to picture, live orchestra, live singing, synchronized with the picture. And there was like, nobody's done that before. Right. I don't know if it will work. And so I thought, let's do it at a small theater. And they said, well, we're thinking the Hollywood Bowl. I said, that's crazy. Hollywood Bowl? Really? Nah, we should be like at a small theater. So I said, all right, you're nuts. But now we've done it 8 times. And
it's brilliant and amazing, and everybody should check it out. And speaking of Tim Burton, obviously he has been quintessential in your success. You've worked on 16 or
17
more
now,
17,
yeah.
right? Because of Dumbo.
Yeah.
Tell me about how quintessential he was in your success as a composer.
Well, I mean, as a composer, I wouldn't be a composer. It's just that simple. I was in a rock band, and I get a call.
Just a small rock band called Oingo Boingo.
Oingo Boingo.
Maybe you've heard of it.
Yeah, and I got a call to meet this young animator about a movie they were doing about Pee Wee Herman. And I knew who Pee Wee Herman was because I used to see him in The Groundlings in Los Angeles, an improv group, as the character Pee Wee Herman, Paul Rubens. And so I said, that's interesting. They probably want a song. I thought they wanted an Oingo Boingo song. So I met him, and I said, so what are you looking for? And he says, a score. I said, well, I don't really do film scores. He goes, I think you could. So he showed me the movie, and I said, you're crazy. I'm not the right guy for the job. But I thought about a piece of music on the way home, and I went home and I did like a demo on a 4-track tape player and sent him a tape. And that became the theme to Pee-wee's Big Adventure. And
you've done so many different movies with him, and your latest being Dumbo.
Dumbo, yeah.
What's your favorite song or film that you've done? Which is one that really you hold dear to your heart?
Oh man, people ask me that all the time. I don't know how to answer. I mean, there are certain things like the experience of doing Edward Scissorhands was really great because we were so left on our own. We just kind of did it ourselves. Nobody was watching it. But Batman was great because it was so intense, because nobody really wanted me on the film, because at that point I was a comedy guy. You know, I'd only done comedies, and the studio was very apprehensive, so I had to prove myself. So that was great.
And you certainly did.
Well,
Thank God. And thank Tim Burton. And thank you for stopping by so much, Danny. Danny's Violin Concerto 1111 will be performed by the Royal Scottish National Orchestra tomorrow night at the Soraya. If you can't make the show, you can still get the music. It's available on CD, streaming, and download. Danny, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Megan, over to you.
And oingo boingo, I love it, right?